winning momentum.
And I'm not quite sure why that is, because I think they've got the talent to be among the league leaders. But
let's see what you got, son.
Oh, I got plenty.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
Well, Denver in the post-Melo years has been a collection of good players, but you always have to wonder if they'll have a low ceiling because this team does not have a so-called superstar.
Poked loose, and that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. The Nuggets making a switch here. Hickson's checked in. The Mayor, he's checked in for Charlotte.
The Mayor.
Here's the Mayor. Clock at 6. Inside to Jefferson, and stolen by Lawson. Here's Foy, the coast-to-coast dunk.
Great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and trigger the fast break.
Wow, and now it's just a one-possession game thanks to that quick hitter. Fantastic basketball in the open floor.
Stolen by Fareed. And oh, here we go. Foy's got it, the fast break chance. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Ty Lawson's somewhat undersized at the point guard position at 5'11", but he makes up for it with his strength, and he really competes defensively. He is not easy to push around.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Laverne, he's checked in for Reed. Arthur comes in for Gallinari. And it's Will Barton in for Randy Foy. Charlotte also making some changes. Yambo, he's checked in for Jefferson. Zeller comes in for Vonleh. Lance Stevenson subbed in for Kid Gilchrist. The Nuggets trail by 3. And for Lawson, the issue defensively, not so much getting overpowered, Clark. There's just certain shots he can't get to.
Yeah, well, he's not the biggest guard. I mean, he's actually one of the smaller guards we have in the league, but he's powerful, he's explosive, and he does on occasion get outside, and he just has to do the best he can in those situations.
Pass to Henderson. Dishes to Stevenson. Now the pass to the main. Clock at 6. Here's Henderson. Here's Biyombo. And good. Work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Biyombo's got his first points of the night. Lawson with a screen on Henderson. The dish to Lawson. Henderson pulls it in.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Here's the Mayor. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
Sometimes players have a fairy tale beginning to their career, but not him. It was a rough first outing.
Yeah, you know, he looked at ease for long stretches of the game, and the team, however, the team overall didn't look their best in the loss. We'll see how he continues to improve individually.
A shot by Lawson, wide open. Drains the three-pointer. Lawson's got 7 points in the game. So for the Nuggets, their last game, a loss to the Grizzlies.
Well, loss or no loss, that was a fantastic game, Clark. They can be proud of the way they battled at least.
I suppose, but Steve, it still was a really heartbreaking loss. I mean, you hate to lose in overtime. No matter how hard you played, it still leaves you very empty and disappointed when you come up short.
And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Hornets lead by 2. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break.
Next Monday night, February 2nd, Al Jefferson and the Charlotte Hornets go up against the Washington Wizards. Live from Verizon Center, big time hoops coming your way. Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter.
Looking at what we've seen from the Hornets, what do you think?
They've done a nice job on the offensive boards here, guys, and I think that was
Substitution here for Denver. J.J. Hickson, he's checked in for Nurkic. Laverne comes in for Fareed. Terrell Arthur, he's checked in for Franklin. And Ty Lawson subbed in for Nelson. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Jefferson's checked in for Biyombo. Zeller comes in for Marvin Williams. Gerald Henderson, he's checked in for Kid Gilchrist. And it's the mayor in for Brian Roberts. We've got Arthur. Lawson out there with Will Barton. And there's Hickson. And it's Laverne in at the 4 slot. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. And here's Henderson. 14 points from him the last game against the Spurs in San Antonio. Hits it from three-point range. Henderson's got 5 now. 59 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Lawson against Stevenson. Arthur kicks to Laverne. And again, Denver no good. Clock management. This is where, Steve, they can get a 2-for-1.
Yeah, I think it makes sense. As long as the first one's a good one, and now you play D, get the ball back, one more shot.
That's good. So it's Denver now. They trail by 1. Last time they met was in Charlotte, where they beat the Hornets.
Yeah, and in that victory, they got huge contributions from their bench, and I thought their depth was really the major factor in that game.
6 on the shot clock. Barton kicks to Lawson. From outside, off the mark. Now, here's Stevenson. 5 points in the game. The mayor passes to Henderson. Feeds to Stevenson. Here's the mayor. He's guarded by Arthur. Here's Zeller. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. And a tight game here as we end the first half. Hornets ahead. They're up by 1. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, guys, I'm here with Al Jefferson. And Al, what's the strategy been so far defensively, and what needs to happen in the second half in that regard?
Well, we just got to help. We can't let everybody beat us. We just everybody got to help and on the defense end and give them the key to protect the paint.
Pick your poison. Can't let everybody beat you, Al. We appreciate it, guys.
All right, Doris, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow here on 2K Sports.
Okay, guys, let's focus and get down to business. Now, here's a few things I took away from the first half. All right, you starters, I expect you guys to be nice and fresh in the second half. Bench really gave us some great production. Nice to see something from everybody out there. We did take advantage of their turnovers, I'll say that. And that was big for us. When they made a mistake and tried to give us points, we didn't let the chance slip by. And something I'll be looking for right away in the third are sharp entry passes into the low post. The more of those we can make, the happier I'll be. And that's all I wanted to go over with you. Let's go play a good half of basketball.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now.
All right, you're up.
Oh, yeah.
In for Kenneth Fareed. And Franklin subbed in for Gallinari. And then for Charlotte, Biyombo comes in for Al Jefferson. And Lance Stevenson subbed in for Brian Roberts. And Charlotte, looking at who they've got, Henderson and MKG will fill out the wings. Bismack Biyombo is out there with Von. And it's Stevenson in at the 1 spot. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Here's the mayor, buried from 15 feet out.
Well, a new award in the NBA starting 2 seasons ago, the Twyman Stokes Best Teammate, and the first honoree was Chauncey Billups.
Kid Gilchrist against Gallinari. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
Difficult shot from mid-range, and the defense was all over him.
Boy, I like the close out there, Steve. Well done.
Henderson dishes to Kid Gilchrist. Pass to the Mayor. Shot clock at 6. Back to Kid Gilchrist. Off target with his 3. And the names of that award memorializes the incredible story of Jack Twyman and Maurice Stokes. Stokes, an NBA All-Star in each of his first 3 seasons, but in a game in 1958, he took a hard fall, hit his head, and thereafter became paralyzed.
One of the saddest and most moving stories in the history of sports. Stokes was waived by the team, and his family couldn't afford his gigantic medical bills, but his teammate, Jack Twyman, worked tirelessly on his behalf. A tremendous story of love, caring, and service in a tough situation.
Out to the right wing. Here's the Mayor, covered by Foy. The Mayor passes to Hairston. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, dominating performance for the Hornets.
But Steve, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out Clark this kind of punishment.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
They wanted this win badly, guys. A loss would have meant a sweep in the season series.
I agree. They did not want that to happen. Even against opponents outside your conference, who you only see twice a year, getting swept is not a good feeling.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Barton is checked. In.
Well, they'll give him that shot. He doesn't have the most reliable jump shot in the world. We know that.
There's the feed to Hickson. And Voigt kicks to Laverne. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
When the size advantage is that pronounced, that's exactly what you should do offensively in this situation. Take it strong to the middle.
Green, he's checked in for Randy Foy. No good from the Mayor. Denver's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Green, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the official.
Denver making a switch here. He's off on the second. The Hornets have gone through the 4th quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Shot, high post, and the shot is good.
This is going to be a great game for them. No win on the road comes easy in the NBA. Nice performance.
Any player loves sending his own fans home happy. He loves even more sending opposing fans home miserable.
And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, gentlemen, I'm here with Al Jefferson, and certainly a nice bounce-back win for you guys tonight. You got some help from the bench that seemed to make a significant impact.
Oh, yeah, man, just real good. Playing well with that second unit, man. It was just, we played well tonight on the defense end. We attacked their zone better than last time, too.
The deeper you are in the NBA, the better you are. Al, we appreciate it, guys.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Thank you for joining.